In the name of the one holy and living God, amen. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was God. The word of love was spoken first, and all things came into being through that word. Then came the loss. Something broke open in the world and spread. An ocean of broken promises, cyclically feeding tidal waves of retribution, and it left no one on dry land. In order to keep our own heads above water, we held others under. We called it competence or prestige or survival of the fittest. And even for those of us who could stay afloat, still every death we saw seemed a premonition, a warning of the loss that would inevitably come. Every body we watched silently descend to the depths reminded us of our own. We were terrified. We pretended to be waving, but we were drowning. The Word that was God came to us. But the waters were not parted this time. The miracles had not worked. This was not the Superman we wanted. This was someone who reminded us of ourselves, weak, breakable. In our rage, we held the Word under too. And the wonder was that he did not fight back. When he descended, we knew we were right about him after all. But this action turned out to be the key. There was something about the struggle, the flailing, the self-preservation, the obsession with power that had to be let go. The early Christians remembered this death and named it baptism and started practicing it as best as we could. We're not very good at it. But the Word did it perfectly. When the Word came, it was to more than the surface level of chaos and carnage that the human will has wrought. The leagues through which he descended could not be counted. He came down to your death and to mine, to every broken promise and scuttled dream, and he kept going till he met the final enemy, which is death itself. Death could not hold the Word that is love. Death cannot hold love. The valley began to fill as he rose. All of who we are brought up in his wake. All of who we are was brought into God's very self. All of who we are was raised with him. That is why we are here tonight. The last word has been spoken, and it is love. O death, where is thy sting? O hell, where is thy victory? Christ is risen, and you, O death, have died. Christ is risen, and the mighty are cast down. Christ is risen, the cosmos rejoices. Christ is risen, and life has been set free. Christ is risen, and the tomb is emptied of its dead. For Christ, having risen from the dead, is become the first fruits of those who have fallen asleep. To him be glory and power forever and ever.